All right. What if I told you that the secret to a thriving marriage starts long before you say I do? I'm sure most of you already knew that, right? But let's dive into and talk about how preparation shapes your happily ever after. All right. So, A Woman I Am presents Marriage and Me. All right. I know some English majors are going to say it's Marriage and I. No, it's Marriage and Me. That's the name of this segment, this session, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to say to you, ladies, congratulations are in order. Okay. So, as we know, the Bible talks about um, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And it's just common sense to tell us that before the Mr., your husband, finds you, he's not going to find you. He shouldn't, let me correct my statement, he should not find you as a single woman, a girlfriend. He should find you as a wife. You should already be a wife when he finds you. Yeah? All right, so what we're going to talk about is preparation on how to be that wife. So that when the man comes, you're going to find a wife. All right? And later on, you'll be prepared for the here comes the bride day. Okay, good. So I was just minding my business sometime in October, and God said to me, come here, write these things down. This is going to be your next segment. You're going to talk about marriage and me. And He gave me the one, two, three. And the first thing He said to talk about was preparation. So it took me a very long time. And I'm telling you, this was October. It's January. That's how long it took me to get it together. And I think I struggled with this topic because I really and truly never wanted to be married. Mm-mm. I never did. I never grew up wanting this fairy tale wedding and all of that. I didn't want a wedding. I didn't want no marriage. I was good by myself. And hmm, I was good by myself. No, I do remember there was one time that I was preparing for a wedding. I didn't have a husband or anything. I was just preparing. Like I saw this dress that I like, so I was like, "Oh my god, if I get married, I'm gonna get a dress like this. I'm gonna use these colors for my theme, stuff like that." But then I threw it out the door. I was like, "I'm not gonna get married, so whatever." Now I did spend a couple of my years, not professionally, like I don't have certificates for it or anything, but I did counsel some people marriage. I did marriage counseling. Not because I was trained for it in the secular world, but because the Lord has bestowed knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in my mind and in my head, and discernment. And I don't just talk to the people because I just want to talk and take sides. No, I obviously go with the leading of the Holy Ghost. So I did some of that, and when I saw some of the things and heard so many things, I was like, marriage is not for me. Nope. So I kind of started to live my life around the fact that I would never be married. I wasn't interested. No, I wasn't. Yeah. I didn't want children. Mm-mm. And some years ago, God started to show me visions and dreams of my future. And then people started to come with confirmation and prophecies and all of that. And for those of you that believe prophecy, you know. And I was like, why does this thing entails a mister? Like, why does everything that he shows me or that I hear, there's a mister? Like, I don't want a mister. This got to be a lying spirit. But anyhow, it was real. So I doubted it for a very long time. Like, it can't be me, can't be me, can't be me. But while I'm doubting, I'm preparing. I'm preparing to be the wife. Okay. I'm preparing to be um Esther, right? Because I was like at a Hadassah state. I think that's how you say it. That was my stage. I was her. Then I'm like, oh my god. So what if it is true? What if I am hearing God? What if these prophecies are not prophet lies? What if it's the truth? Let me prepare in the meantime. So although I didn't want it, I was preparing for it. Although I was scared, I was preparing for it. But anyhow, that's not, I don't, why am I talking so much? So I'm going to share some information that I have here. Again, this is my take on it. This is what I gathered. This is just a little piece of it. We can talk about preparation for a very long time, but we're not going to stick. You got to do some research for yourself. But this is just my take on it. Everybody else is going to have something else to say, etc., etc., etc. But this is what I got from it. Now, some of the information that I'm going to give you is what I had for a book and projects. But I said, you know what? Let me just put it out and share it to us for free. Did I say for free? For free. All right, so let's go. Listen, take notes. All right. Jesus waited 30 plus years to fulfill his purpose. All those years he spent in preparation. There was an appointed time for each activity that took place in his life. Just as with us, we were supposed to be preparing ever since we were young. Like, if you think about it, we should have been preparing. But your family don't really prepare you to be a wife 100%. And I'm saying 100% because you might learn how to cook and clean, and you might look after your siblings, so that's like you preparing for motherhood. That's part of the preparation, but there are a lot of other things that we weren't prepared for. And if you want to be a good wife and all of that, we weren't prepared for that. So it's okay. There's never a dull moment in life. Right? There's never a wrong time or a right time to start something. So you didn't have training for certain things, you can start now, you can train today. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. Like when I said there's an appointed time for each activity that took place in God's life, Jesus's life, like every miracle and whatever. For us, it will be the wedding day, your honeymoon, buying your first house, building or whatever, um, family, children making, motherhood, and all of that. There's an appointed time for all of those things, but are you prepared for them? All right. So these are questions that I ask myself. How long is my wait? How long is your wait? What are you doing in the meantime while you're waiting? Are you complaining, crying, cursing, or causing yourself more pain? For me, it was all of the above. Yeah. Countless sleepless nights, wet pillows, you name it. My waiting almost cost me my sanity. Mm. From something that I didn't want to preparing for it and wanting it, it was like, okay, I'm ready, God. I'm preparing myself for it. Where is it? It's been a couple of years that you told me, and I'm preparing a couple of years now. Wait a minute. Do I need to have a tracking number on this man? GPS, please. Where you at? Where you at? And if you are close by, I'm ready. I'm waiting. Holla at your girl. All right. I asked myself so many questions, but I saw and heard no reply. Why me or why not me? Those were questions that I asked myself. And those were the same reasons and questions that made me want to give up and die. Now, when I say die, I don't mean like death as in me in the grave. I'm talking about like death to wanting to be a wife, death to wanting to be married. So now I'm waiting on this thing to happen, and I have questions again. Haven't I already prepared for this big and grand surprise? I guess not, because why isn't it in my possession as yet? Maybe, just maybe, God has not forgotten me. Maybe He is still healing my mind. Waiting made me realize that I am truly not ready, and rushing could cause my demise. They say it's better to marry late than marry wrong. Oh, believe them, it's the truth, right? Um, I am learning patience. meekness, and following guidance. It opened my eyes to see and not to see who is who and who is truly for me and who truly stands besides me. Yeah. Waiting caused me shame, and to that it brought great pain. I hold my head and let it out. Oh Lord, don't make me do this in vain. You know the song say, I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I don't wanna wait in vain. All right. So hopefully I'm not waiting in vain, right? Okay, so that's that. Now this is what I had from before. Okay, it's a lot of things that I have, and I just put a good amount of them together so that we can learn together how to prepare. Now we're gonna get a little deeper now. Okay, let's go. So one, preparation. Remember, that's what we're talking about. Before you pray to get the husband, pray for your past traumas. Oh God. Whew. Pray to become a wife. Pray for the one God has made just for you. Mm-hmm. All right. So in 2021, God told me to read Songs of Solomon. And what I gathered from it is that I had a hard time accepting love, and that I should accept love in order to accept the man that God has for me. I mean, what sense is it going to make, or how was this going to play out that he sends my husband and I don't even know how to accept love for myself? How am I going to accept love from him? Hmm? Yeah. Anyhow, so when I realized that that was my situation, I dived into trying to learn how to accept love because, I mean, it sounds simple, but sometimes simple things like this, is hard. Hmm. And it's hard for someone who didn't want it in the first place. It's like, I don't want to love. I don't want nobody. I'm good by myself. You know, my family, my mother, my brother, my sister, my father love me. I'm fine. I don't need no man. All right. So it made me dive into the Bible a little more to find out stuff. I could have gone a little deeper, but I'm not going to go as deep as I wanted to. I'm just going to give you you do a little research for yourself. Now, the reason why I started to dive into it is because I said, all right, so if God is really saying this and the man is really coming, let me prepare myself. And although I've been preparing for a little bit, I don't see the man as yet, as I said before, but I'm still preparing, all right? Because guess what? My mind has already changed to wanting it now. So yeah, I'm old. It's better to marry late than wrong. And I'm perfectly fine with the age I'm at. I'm almost 40. Like that sounds so weird coming out of my mouth. But it's like bam, 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 I'm 40. Oh, I'm a couple of years, just a little. When I say a couple, I mean like a couple of years to being 40. Hey, Jesus, why am I so single? Hmm? All right, so let's go. Accepting love and the gift of love is indeed accepting God. 1 John 4 and 8 says, He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. So, what does that say to you also? Although I'm Christian, and although I'm saying, Oh Lord, I love you, Lord, did I really love God? Because I didn't accept love in the first place. So, me not accepting love for myself, much less from somebody else, was actually me not accepting God. Hello? Jesus, listen to me. When you research, you get so much revelation, but that's how serious this thing is. Yeah. And I mean, I know I'm talking this, but this is preparation for you to be married. You're preparing to be a wife. This is me helping you and me prepare to be a wife. Okay. We got to accept love. And to accept love is to accept God. Right. 1 John 4 and 16. And we have known and believed the love that God had to us. God is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him. Look how much things is saying here. You were never in God. God was never in you. Hello. What are you gonna do with somebody's son when you don't know how to accept love because you don't have God, and you're telling him about God and about Jesus and all of that, and it's like you don't even have God in you because you didn't accept the love. Now, I mean, sometimes these things happen. Let me not sell it out. As we go along, you'll hear. So, it is a betrayal to yourself when you make yourself a slave to some of the cons of not accepting love, such as, pros and cons, the cons, right? Such as anxiety, sadness, loneliness, frustration, and jealousy. Anxiety, in this case, as we know, is a thief of happiness and joy. It leads to stress and worry, which indicates that you are not believing God. Do I need to explain that anymore? No. It's kind of close. You understand? I don't think I need to explain it. I think you get it. Whew. Although we may not want to openly say that we are sad, frustrated, and lonely, inside your heart, those emotions are real. Not for everybody, but the ones that it applies to, it's for you. It was for me. So I'm taking what I learned and is still learning and bringing it to you too. We're gonna do this together. Congratulations are in order. We're gonna prepare. Yeah, 2025. um, Jealousy. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's there. Okay. Let's tell the truth here today. We're gonna be free because we are trying to prepare for what we want for the future. So ain't got no time to be feeling bad and talking about that's not me. It's you. It's me. It's all of us. Okay. I wanted to leave this for last in this segment. This is the main reason you feel all the other emotions that I just mentioned. Yeah. So you were jealous all along. And I know it doesn't sound good, but this is an indicator for you to pray and cancel that spirit from off of your life. Yeah, because that could have been holding you back. Yeah. Remember, we're fixing ourselves, we're preparing. This is preparation mood. In preparation, there's healing. Yeah. In preparation. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So you entertain the root causes of denying love, which I just listed, which are bad spirits. This is the spiritual side to our preparation now. That lingers around and inside of you. Trauma, depression, fear, and rejection. These are friends of the ones I listed above, right? I'm gonna get back to that. Oh yeah. All right. So like trauma, that will be like past hurts that you encountered or experience in relationships, whether it's family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. Those past hurts, they still do haunt you, and that's why you have trauma today, right? These are things that we have to get rid of. It made you feel like you lack love, you lack attention, a feeling of being cast away. And sometimes if you really sit and you think and you tell the truth, you would realize that I don't want no love. Nobody ever loved me. So when somebody comes in now and they want to show you love, you don't accept it because it's like, this is lie. Love for me, all my life, love has been lies. Love has been hurt. So whatever you're trying to do to me now, bro, I don't trust you. Why are you so nice? Why you love me? You ask those questions when you enter a relationship. If you're still asking those questions and you're insecure about yourself, and you, you're not a wife, you're not ready for marriage. And I know you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm just boyfriend and girlfriend," but don't most people date to marry? Isn't that why you date? I mean, I guess now people do whatever they got to do, but that should be your main purpose for dating, to be married. Hmm? Okay. Yeah, I think you get the point. So trauma, trauma. You can research more on it. Yes, that's one. Depression is a wide topic, but in this case, it is the ones that comes from your past traumas. Yeah. Okay. Rejection. It happens to all of us, to the best of us. How do we deal with it can determine our future outcome. Remember, Jesus was rejected. John 15:18. If the world hates you, keep in mind it hated me first. What does that say? Get over it. Get over the rejection. Huh? So what if they didn't like you? So what if this didn't happen? So what if you're gonna just sit in a corner because you were rejected by somebody who probably just didn't even know how to love you right? No. And then when you do that, then you don't trust anybody else that comes, because the first thing that happens in your mind, I'm talking from experience, I know what I feel. So I know you feel it too. The first thing that comes in your mind is, no, what if you reject me? What if they don't like me? What if they don't? What if I'm too this? What if I'm too that? What if I'm not that? Ugh. And you start to compare yourself, and self esteem starts to go low. It's horrible. Psalm 27:10. Even if my father and mother abandon me, forsake me, the Lord will hold me close. Psalm 118:22. The stone that the builders rejected has now become the, I like to say, the chief cornerstone. I like how that sounds. Yeah, the chief cornerstone. So even if you think that, yeah, I was rejected by this, by that, by who, by whatever, you can come out on top. You can come out feeling loved. You can start by loving yourself, right? Again, this is just a little bit of what I have to say about preparation. And this is the last part I'm going to say. Accepting and receiving love brings you happiness, satisfaction, love, peace, and a form of acceptance in life. Accepting love opens doors needed for you to find the one God has created for you. So you can be loved and accept love. I'm going to see you on the next episode where we talk about be a wife, not a girlfriend. All right. That's going to be a whole different thing. Right. So again, I'm here to transform your life by inspiring you. This is my new segment, Marriage and Me, inspired by God for us to prepare for our marriage, our wedding. Not just the wedding day, but the marriage, the life after the day, right? So, again, congratulations are in order.